So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste and a very warm welcome to all of you to the Blub World Web Talks 93rd edition. In the last 92 episodes of this very platform, we have engaged and talked to more than 1,500 school leaders from across the world on different ideas, opinions, innovations, and observations that they see happening in the K-12 space, to put it very simply, in schools. तो इतने समय में हमने इतने सारे लोगों से बातचीत करके ये समझने की कोशिश करी है कि एजुकेशन अब कैसे चेंज हो रही है। एंड जब कोरोना ने हमारी जिंदगी में एक ड्रामेटिक इफेक्ट के साथ में चेंजेस इंट्रोड्यूस किए, एजुकेशन और ड्रामेटिकली चेंज हुई। एंड स्कूल्स हैव बीन वेरी वेरी इंस्ट्रूमेंटल एंड वेरी वेरी इफेक्टिव इन एटलीस्ट डूइंग वन थिंग। आपने हर घर में शांति बनाए रखी और हर घर के एंजाइटी को कंटेन करके रखा, बिकॉज आप पढ़ाते रहे तो बच्चे पढ़ते रहे। बट एक बहुत मेजर चैलेंज दैट टेक्नोलॉजी हैज ब्रॉट इन इज दैट वी आर श्योर दैट टीचिंग इज हैपनिंग, बट वी आर नॉट वेरी श्योर वेदर लर्निंग इज टेकिंग प्लेस, बिकॉज हमें नहीं पता कि एक ऑनलाइन क्लास में बैक बेंचर कौन है और फ्रंट बेंचर कौन है और कितने जने हैं जो एक्चुअली आपको देख रहे हैं। So there are a lot of challenges and new kinds of challenges that have actually sprung up. इसी platform पे just some days back we had a behavioral scientist, Colonel Sudeep Mukherjee. He shared a very nice research outcome which is very recent, that a child who's trying to look at a virtual class like this and trying to learn from this has an attention span of only 8 seconds. So हर 9th second पे वो आपको सुनना और आपसे समझना बंद कर चुका होता है। So let me now come to the real topic for today, that what will be the skills for the future. Now when I say skills for the future, इस टॉपिक के 4-5 एस्पेक्ट्स हैं। एक एस्पेक्ट वो है कि जो आप पढ़ाएंगे बच्चों को, कि उन्हें क्या सीखना है। दूसरा, टीचर्स को क्या क्या सीखना है। एंड तीसरा, आपके स्टेक होल्डर्स जो हैं, जो आपके कस्टमर्स हैं, आपके पेरेंट्स हैं, आपके कंज्यूमर्स हैं, उन्हें क्या क्या सीखना है। क्योंकि स्कूल, the way we have defined it, the way we have known it, the definition of it has all been obliterated. We now need a completely new definition of a school that we are going to reopen. So thank you people once again for joining in the Blub World Web Talks 93rd edition. This is a timed platform, so all of you get to speak for nearly 3 to 3.5 minutes. And after this time, you might get muted. If you get muted, please don't get offended. It is just to finish this act. It's a bilingual platform, so you can use either English or Hindi in whichever language you are comfortable. इससे third language use करेंगे तो मैं नहीं समझ पाऊंगा, पर आप इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं, not a problem. But try sticking to English and Hindi. So a very warm welcome to all of you. Let me first invite the chair of today's roundtable, जो पूरे education sector को थोड़ा सा external होके, at least schools को थोड़ा सा external होके देख रहे हैं. Let me now invite Professor Dr. P.M. Udani, who is the President and Vice Chancellor of Vivekananda Global University, Jaipur, Rajasthan. A very warm welcome, sir. Please unmute your audio.
Congratulations for hosting this kind of shows. Will be definitely providing insight to the students. What are the future skills required for 21st century and post-COVID also? As I see, and then whatever poster you had posted, most of the panel members are from school education. So I am an old person. So I'll be talking about what is the requirement in terms of higher education. So if you see from the 17th century to 18th century, from Industrial Revolution 1 to Industrial Revolution 4, right now we are facing Industrial Revolution 4. And emphasis is on what? Artificial intelligence, data science, the way business is conducted today, the manufacturing happening today, the government is connecting to the citizen, everything has changed drastically because of automation, because of digitization. And what is the scope for the artificial intelligence in future? Let me give one example. By 2025, what we have predicted is that our economy will be of 5 trillion. And the contribution in 5 trillion, 10% will be from artificial intelligence, data science, and cyber security. So that speaks about what kind of skills are required for the future job prospect. And I give another example of a India skill report, which is providing insight about what is skill deficit and what kind of skills are available. Few numbers I will tell you right from 2014 to 2019. Definitely employability have increased from 33% in 2014 to 47% in 2019. So appreciable gain is there of 14% is a huge gain in employability of a graduating student. Yes, but there is also variation. A graduating student from a general stream, BA, BCom, is 30%. Polytechnic is 80%. Engineering is 60%, 57 to 60%. Even within engineering, civil engineering is 50%, and electronics and communication, computer science is 60% above. So both are correlated. The way government is thinking to push artificial intelligence, data science, and digital technology, automation technology, robotics, and the way it is predicted in the skill report. So both are correlated. The message is very clear. For future generation, major employment will be available in artificial intelligence domain, data science domain, cyber security, Internet of Things, advanced sensors. So how it can be percolated at education, higher education, because I belong to higher education department. So if government has given a freedom in NEP 2020, now it is owners of a higher education institution. They have to gear up their program so that whether student is in a management stream, student is in an economic stream, or student in an engineering stream, there are certain courses which will be common denominator across all disciplines. Just like in the present circumstances, in higher education, we are teaching two subjects, English and environment science to everybody. Same thing is going to happen, and it is to be practiced by all higher education institutions to impart required skill in artificial intelligence, in programming and IoT. The way recruitment was happening in a computer science, if somebody is having expertise in a front-end programming, web programming, he was getting employed. But today it is not so. He has to have understanding of a data science, he has to have understanding of a front-end programming, he has to have understanding of back-end programming. So people are, industry is looking not for 3%. One person will do the front-end programming, another person will do the back-end programming, and third person will do the database management. This is the example I'm giving. So multiple skill sets are required for graduating students or who are preparing in the college. So within a single domain, I think future is not that great. And what NEP 2020 is advocating, say most of the faculty, most of the panel members here are from school discipline. So my first advice to the all leaders of the school education will be advise your student. The students who are passing out from 12th standard, they should take the admission in a multidisciplinary university. They should not take admissions in engineering college or in a management college, which are single discipline institutions. Let me give another example. Digital marketing. It is a future wave. It has to happen. Okay. So digital marketing is a fundamental. That is a core subject of a management. But when I say digital, you have to have understanding of database, and you have to have understanding of a web programming. You have to have understanding of at what level, what frequency your website is to be refreshed. And at the same time, a visual design also you have to expertise. So if somebody is taking admission in a management stream, and then he would be left, there is no facility for computer science. There is no facility for design, visual design. So many things are happening at a time. So within a single discipline, if you are sharpening your skill, that is not advisable in present circumstances. You have to sharpen your skill in multidiscipline. That is what advocated in NEP 2020 also. And definitely general skill and attitude is common for all discipline. As I said, 60% employment is possible for engineering graduate. That does not mean general graduate had no scope. Everybody in any discipline, everybody has scope. There is a slight variation from one discipline to another discipline, but if common understanding or common skill sets are acquired, say learning agility, the way businesses are conducted today is a very complex exercise. If you and me are interacting with any kind of a web for booking a ticket or buying something using e-commerce platform, is a simple software. User interface is very simple. But the business software, how they are interacting with the supply chain people, their all stakeholders, global players, an employee has to understand all this complexity. So things are not simple. So digital literacy is required, learning agility is required, then adaptability is required, and above all, communication skill is also required. Whatever thought process and ideas you have, if you are not able to properly communicating to your stakeholders, there is no gain. So 5C mantra, that is what projected in our NEP 2020, and also spoken again and again by Prime Minister: critical thinking, curiosity, creativity, collaboration, and communication. So this 5C mantra everybody has to understand, and definitely everybody is gifted with inner potential, and higher education is creating awareness about yourself. University education is not a school education. You have to discover yourself. If time permits, I give 3 examples. Chetan Bhagat, great writer. He is an IIT graduate, mechanical engineering from IIT.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Sir, the time was actually over, but we'll try to come back to you. And you set the context of this roundtable very much and very rightly. आपने बड़ी सही तरीके से ये define कर दिया कि स्कूल से जो बच्चा बाहर जाने वाला है उसके लिए क्या क्या ऑप्शंस हैं, और आपने उसके अंदर काफी सारे परसेंटेजेस भी शेयर कर दिए. एंड लर्निंग एजिलिटी या जेनेरिक जो स्किल्स हैं जो हर किसी को चाहिए होंगे, एडेप्टेबिलिटी, बहुत जल्दी सीख जाना, मल्टी डिसिप्लिनरी होना, और एक जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज हम सब अपने आगे वाली जनरेशन में देखने वाले हैं कि सिंगल करियर लाइफ शायद अब नहीं होगी, अब आगे मल्टी करियर लाइफ होगी जब आपको अपने स्किल सेट्स बार बार बदलने पड़ सकते हैं. सो थैंक यू प्रोफेसर प्रफुल्ल कुमार उडानी फॉर setting the right context for this round table. Let me now invite the first school principal for today. इस वेब टॉक के अंदर इस टिपिकल फॉर्मेट में हम कोशिश करते हैं कि एक एंड हो विजनरीज का, या एक एंड हो उन लोगों का जो आपको डायरेक्शन दे सके, और एक एंड हो प्रैक्टिशनर्स का जो हर दिन वो लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं. एक स्कूल की लड़ाई ये बहुत डिफरेंट तरीके की हो गई है, बिकॉज स्कूल एज अ मॉडल पूरी तरह से ट्रांसपेरेंट हो गया है. एक स्कूल की साइज क्वाड्रपल हो गई है, क्योंकि हर क्लास जो पहले 30 बच्चों की थी वो करीबन 60-70 लोगों की है, क्योंकि उसमें पेरेंट्स भी हैं, बच्चे भी हैं, दादा दादी भी हैं, उनके कजन्स भी हैं, और ऐसे में टीचर बच्चे को पढ़ा ले एंड बच्चा पढ़ पाए, ये 2 बहुत बड़े चैलेंजेस खड़े हो गए हैं. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट द प्रैक्टिशनर्स हैव टू से ऑन व्हाट डू दे थिंक विल बी द स्किल्स फॉर द फ्यूचर. लेट मी इनवाइट द फर्स्ट स्पीकर फॉर टुडे, मिस Pooja Bose, principal, the High Range School, Munnar, Kerala. Pooja ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio, and a very warm welcome.
Thank you so much. This was a very apt starting to the topic at hand. And I'd like to take it up from there. That yes, you rightly said that there are a couple of challenges which COVID has brought us to a strange juncture, but at the same time, it is a turning point, a watershed moment for the future of school and higher education. So one of the skills which is going to be a big time hit with the students and the job sector in future is automation technology. When I say automation technology, I mean artificial intelligence and robotics, which will have a major impact on the future of work, putting business analysts in the driver's seat. So the ability to analyze and strategize a situation will be a key skill which the students of the future should be having. Now, in a disruptive and technological age, banking and finance professionals also will be great innovators, which means that in the banking sector, the people with creativity, innovation, ability to leverage data to lead business to the future will be the most wanted skills. A good understanding of disruptive technologies such as blockchain or cryptocurrencies also will be required to lead the banking sector into the new age. Next, automation and digital platforms and other innovations are changing the fundamental nature of work, as we all know. But what is important, what is the underlying skill in all of this is our ability to articulate our point of view. So we may be great in theory or in our hard work or labor, but if we are unable to articulate our point of view and influence and engage other stakeholders, if we are unable to do this, then we will not be able to be successful in the future. So your ability to connect with the customers, media, employees, stakeholders, and other community groups will be what the skill which will be most wanted, most needed in future. And like Professor said initially, that single specialization may not be a very desirable, attribute. Double specialization will be something which will be, a good feature in your CV or in your resume. In that, the ability to harness technology and to carve out a niche as an entrepreneur in search of positive ways to change the world will be a good thing. Alongside, to create a better work-life balance, you should have some artistic skills also. Contract and freelance work, that is the gig economy, is going to take shape, and it is already there. People should not be looking for long-term employer relationships. Now, what is going to be needed and what is going to work for us is a freelance.
Thank you so much, Pooja. The time was up. We'll again try to come back to you. But yes, amazing thoughts. To summarize what you said, that AI and robotics will play a critical role in the coming times. हर sector के अंदर creativity की ज़रूरत होगी. Even when we talk about finance and commerce and investments and banking, communication skills या articulation और बहुत ज़्यादा critical हो जाएगा, because now अभी तक तो हम केवल humans interact कर रहे थे, अब machine से भी articulation करना होगा. So articulation next level चला जाएगा. Artistic talent भी important होगा, and yes, most important, gig economy would replace the typical employee-employer relationship. ये already हो चुका है. इस कोरोना ने हम लोगों की इकोनॉमी को गिग इकोनॉमी पे बहुत तसल्ली से शिफ्ट कर दिया है. बहुत सारे जॉब्स ऑलरेडी खत्म हो चुके हैं. लोग वापस फुल टाइम रिज्यूम नहीं करेंगे. There is not going to be a normal that's going to be there. It's going to be a new normal जो define होगा, जो धीरे धीरे unfold हो भी रहा है, and we hope that we are able to adjust to it, because ये gig economy जो नई जनरेशन है वो तो इसमें शायद एडजस्ट कर लेंगे, या मिलेनियल्स हैं वो तो फिर भी इसकी आदत डाल लेंगे, बट जो ऑलरेडी एक जनरेशन अपना करियर कंप्लीट करने की ट्रेजेक्टरी पे थी, उनको इससे काफी सारी तकलीफें होने वाली हैं. बट यस, वी कांट हेल्प इट. दैट्स द वे थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग अराउंड अस. Thank you so much, Pooja ma'am, for sharing those amazing thoughts. Let me now invite the next speaker for today, Miss Sonia McPherson, Headmistress, the Orbis School from Pune, Maharashtra. Sonia ma'am, a very warm welcome. Over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio, and a very warm welcome.
Good evening, Daksh. Thank you so much. After listening to so senior and well-framed thoughts, I'm trying to start and gather up myself. And first of all, thank you, Blub World, for giving me this opportunity, this platform to express myself. Thank you so much. I begin by dedicating my words to Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Her legacy will live in the achievements of all the women. Because of her work, were given the opportunity to fulfill their dreams and their potential. She not only uplifted the feminine, she also changed the future for women. Let's talk about being a teacher first. Yes, it's hard. Today, it's a struggle. But we teachers are making a difference. You made someone smile, told them they are special, listen to their stories. As a teacher, that's our purpose. Don't dare you walk away. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. This too shall pass. You shall rise like a phoenix. You're on a special mission. Mission to give. The gift of knowledge. Platforms may change. Purpose doesn't. Coming back to our objective of this evening. Last few months have seen a gamut of motions and emotions wherein every teacher graduated from maintain silence in the class to mute yourself. With new education policy in place, I am positive that education is going to go through a paradigm shift. Curriculum and pedagogy are evolving. Learning skills may bring more to the table in the coming times. The gap between the university and the industry, as said earlier, as felt very evident in the past, would get bridged at a rapid rate, as speculated by top senior management level. There is a lot happening in our fraternity. Let's take a look at the present scenario. After months of online classes, 5 states have agreed to reopen the schools partially for classes 9 to 12 from 21st September with strict SOPs. This means now these states will be under the radar for next few days to see any upsurge in the cases, as these are testing times, literally and figuratively. The students are complaining, it's hard to understand mathematics and science online. Well, it in itself is a debatable topic. I sum up myself. Our job as a teacher is to prepare young minds for the future times, time which we are yet to process. A kindergartner will graduate from high school in 2032. Can anyone define 2032?
Sonia ma'am, thank you so much. The time's over. To summarize what you said, but you said some amazing things and you started the talk with a very nice reference to Justice Ruth and the way she ardently supported feminism. And उससे ज़्यादा एक बहुत important aspect जो हमें उस सबका समझना चाहिए, societal interaction को उन्होंने बहुत हद तक change कर दिया. It was her efforts. हम लोग जिस तरीके से gender interactions होते थे society में, उसको उन्होंने बहुत change किया. And the way the world is, US कुछ करता है, दुनिया follow करती है. So US में उन्होंने US को क्या follow करना है वो सिखाया. So thank you so much for mentioning a personality like hers. Being a teacher, teachers के role बहुत drastically change हुए और एक बहुत आसान सा, बहुत simple सा change ये था कि हम पहले सबको कहते थे साहब silence in the class to now finally mute yourself. वो बहुत important observation है जो सच में हो गई. सारे टीचर्स भी साथ में ग्रेजुएट हो गए इन टेक्नोलॉजी. सबका एक टेक्नोलॉजी बीएड और हो गया कि वो एक नई डिग्री हो गई एंड लोग टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत तसल्ली से यूज करने लग गए. कुरिकुलम पेडागोजी, ये सारे शब्द जो अभी तक केवल जार्गन्स थे, इन सब में हर एक को डीप डेल्व करना मजबूरी हो गई क्योंकि सबको समझना पड़ा कि अब पढ़ाएंगे कैसे. लर्निंग वाज नॉट हैपनिंग. बच्चे क्लासेस में तो थे लेकिन आपको देख रहे थे या यूट्यूब को, या आपको नहीं पता कंटेंट उतना इंटरेस्टिंग था कि नहीं. दैट्स समथिंग दैट्स बीइंग जज्ड एवरी सिंगल डे. मैथ साइंस समझ में आ नहीं रही. इंग्लिश में बच्चे का वैसे ही इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. लिंग्विस्टिक्स एक तरफ, नंबर्स एक तरफ, लॉजिकल थिंकिंग एक तरफ. फाइनली क्लास कर क्या रही है is the big question. But thank you so much ma'am. And एक बहुत important चीज जिस पे आपने एंड किया, 5 स्टेट्स ने स्कूल्स खोलने के लिए हाँ कर दिया है और अब ये स्टेट्स जब स्कूल्स खोलेंगे एक लंबी लिस्ट ऑफ एसओपीज के साथ में, तो पूरी दुनिया इंतजार कर रही होगी to look at the COVID surge that happens in these states. And I think it might not be a very wise decision that has been taken क्योंकि ये रिस्क जो है ये बच्चों के साथ है. But we can't help it. That's the way the world is. अगर आगे बढ़ना है, evolve करना है तो रिस्क तो लेनी है. So thank you so much for sharing your amazing perspective on this. And 2032 वाला जो fact जिस पे आप बात आगे करना चाह रहे थे, we'll try, if time allows, we'll again come back to you. Thank you so much. Let me now invite the next speaker for today, Mrs. Neena Singh, Principal and HM, Senior Secondary School, Gurgaon, Haryana. Neena ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Thank you, Daksh Kaurji. And I'm glad to be a part of this webinar. And since I'm a psychology student, I feel that we all are going through a very challenging situation at the economic front, social and environmental front as well. And I feel that the situation has been very challenging for teachers and students as well. It is their first experience of online learning. They have tried and they have developed some skills to teach online and learn online. And I feel that the main thing here, if you look at the teachers, they have a mastery over the subject. That is the basic knowledge they have. And the skills they develop are the technological skills and competencies, and there are different values. The same way the coming generation of the students who are going to be shape this world, I feel they have to be technologically savvy, and they need to have knowledge of the subject they choose to have, and the learning and innovative skills they need to have, which includes creativity, critical thinking, problem solving, and then quantitative reasoning, communication and collaboration. These are the main skills. And in this skills, I feel the effective communication is very important. And the latest NEP 2020 has given us the liberty to learn different languages. English is not, it's not compulsory for everyone. So basically, it's building up the base of the students, and later on they are exposed to different vocational subjects, wherein they will be building up their skills, and they will choose a career path of their choice. And but there are a wide range of subjects which are being offered at the classes 11th after 10th, and they can have they can develop more than one skill. They can, as ma'am said in one of her presentations, that they need to have artistic skills, and they can they will be switching over from one job to another, one profession to another. So they have those liberties. And I feel that basic skills they need to have is one is communication skill, media and technological skills, and the life skills. There is going to be an addition of life skills, wherein they'll be having the flexibility.
Thank you so much, Neena ma'am. The time was over. To summarize what you said, you're a psychologist by education, but a teacher or an educator by profession. And I think ये बहुत अच्छा combination है to really understand and appreciate the process of teaching and learning, because बच्चे जब सीख रहे होते हैं तो it is much more about what's going on in their mind than what you are trying to teach them. Because at the end of the day, बच्चा experiences से ज़्यादा सीखेगा rather than text से या content से. एंड अभी सोसाइटी में जब हमने एक्चुअली स्कूल्स में मोबाइल्स को, टेक्नोलॉजी को पूरी तरीके से दरवाजे के बाहर खड़ा कर रखा था, अब फाइनली स्कूल तो बंद है और पूरा स्कूल अब उस फोन के अंदर है. एंड इस पॉइंट पे सबके लिए पहला लर्निंग टीचिंग या टीचिंग लर्निंग एक्सपीरियंस था ऑनलाइन, एंड उसमें बहुत तरीके के चैलेंजेस भी खड़े हुए, बट यस टीचर्स ने उससे बहुत अच्छा रिएक्ट किया और बहुत जल्दी उसको एक्सेप्ट भी किया. उनकी सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज के बियॉन्ड टेक्नोलॉजी नॉलेज अब मैंडेटरी हो गई. एनईपी ने मल्टी लिंग्विस्टिक तरीके से पढ़ना या मल्टीपल लैंग्वेजेस को पढ़ना हमारे लिए अलाउ कर दिया. एंड अक्रॉस इंडिया जो एक मेजर प्रॉब्लम हम लोगों के साथ थी कि हम जब पढ़ते थे तो सबसे पहला प्रोसेस कॉन्सेप्ट को समझना नहीं होता था. सबसे पहला प्रोसेस होता था कि जो हमें पढ़ाया जा रहा है उसका ट्रांसलेशन, कि हमें अंग्रेजी में पढ़ाया जा रहा है, हम उसे अपनी मदर टंग में ट्रांसलेट करते थे, फिर वो कॉन्सेप्ट समझते थे. अब एटलीस्ट वो ट्रांसलेशन नहीं करना होगा और अपनी मदर टंग में हम सीधे कॉन्सेप्ट समझ सकेंगे. एंड फाइनली वी आर ट्राइंग टू रिक्लेम द लैंग्वेज that India had. So thank you, Dr. Neena Singh, for your amazing thoughts. Let me now invite the next speaker for today, Mrs. Ruchi Narayan, ex-headmistress, Delhi Public School, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Ruchi ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Thank you so much, and a very good evening to everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone. It's an honor and privilege to be a part of this August gathering. I would like to begin by saying that skill is a term that encompasses the knowledge, competencies, and abilities to perform operational tasks. Skill is, in a nutshell, the unified force of experience, intellect, and passion in their operation. In today's world, the pandemic has brought a sudden shift to the digital world. The outlook towards life, job, and family has changed. The youth of today definitely is restless and wishes to see the change or get results in a jiffy. But to be future ready, self-reliant, and be successful in life, they need to have the following skills. Some of these skills have already been touched upon, so I would not like to again touch upon those points, but I would definitely like to say that digital literacy, what we say of, in today's scenario, knowledge about the working with the internet, various interactive platforms. Apart from that, also the knowledge about cyber security is very important, because this is what is going to help the future generation to be secure in whatever dealing or whatever work they are doing. Now, they need to have leadership skills. Definitely, the communication and problem solving, all these topics have been touched upon. I would like to put upon something which is very important that we need to have and teach the youth of today is time management, because that is very important. That if they know how to manage time in uh, a small span of time, they can bring results. Secondly, they should be dedicated and loyal towards their work. So, whatever they are doing, they need to have a lot of dedication. Apart from that, one skill which is really missing, which needs to be developed, is empathy. That is somewhere we need to understand and have feelings towards others. And once we have that, definitely the world is going to be a better place to live in. And above all, there has to be a thirst for knowledge. When there is no thirst for knowledge, then there is going to be no learning, there is going to be no growth, and there is going to be no change. So everything revolves around this thirst for knowledge. And I would like to just sum it up, because already major topics have already been taken up. That I have been a follower of late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and I have really looked up to him from the way he has brought about change and how he has motivated students and youth. So I would definitely like to end with this quote saying that learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, knowledge makes you great. So definitely learning is the soul, and definitely when we have this ability, there is nothing that is going to stop us from becoming the best in the world. And I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the Blub World for giving me the opportunity to speak in front of such august gathering. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ruchi ma'am. And आपने जितनी बातें कही, to summarize them, skill being a unified force of experience and intellect coming finally on ground through an operation. And एक बहुत important चीज जिस पे आपने पूरी attention grab करी is time management, जो इस generation को सिखाना बहुत जरूरी है. And for this one, I would like to share an idea that one of the schools is doing, and even you can try it within your institution. There is a Springdale Academy in Guwahati, one of the leading schools in Northeast. They started doing an activity called the balance sheet of time. वहां उन्होंने सारे बच्चों के साथ ही एक्टिविटी कराई, जहां उन्होंने कहा कि रोजाना शाम को एक बैलेंस शीट बनाइए टाइम की, और टाइम को करेंसी कंसिडर कीजिए कि इसमें से टाइम में से कितना इन्वेस्टमेंट किया, कितना खर्चा किया, कितने एक्सपेंसेस थे, कितना कैश इन हैंड या कितना टाइम इन हैंड है. और इस एक्टिविटी के थ्रू उन्होंने उनको अपने घरों पे टाइम मैनेजमेंट सीखने के लिए बहुत एनकरेज किया, और ये एक्टिविटी बहुत ही फ्रूटफुल रही. सो यू कैन ऑल ट्राई दिस आइडिया विद इन योर स्कूल एंड टेल अस डिड इट वर्क फॉर यू एज वेल और नॉट. So thank you so much, Ruchi ma'am. Let me now invite the next speaker for today, Mr. Abhishek Majumdar, Principal, The Study Senior Secondary School, Udaipur, Rajasthan. Abhishek ji, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Abhishek here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for providing me such a beautiful opportunity by Blub World. I feel that in today's world, we need both patience and cognitive flexibility. To understand it in a better way, I just wanted to say one thing, that today we are into a digital world. Unfortunately, we had been listening it for so many years that we are in a digital world. 21st century is in, it's a digital world. Now we feel that we are actually in. As teachers, we understand there are two things that is very important. There are whole lot of information on internet, but we need to understand what is to be taken and what is not to be. We have to be a multitasking person these days, and we have to understand one thing, that we need to adapt to those changes and we need to conquer the current challenges that we are facing. For this, we need to be digitally sound, and to be digitally sound, we have to be keeping up ourselves updated all through. Even our students need to be updated. But with this, there's one more thing which comes in, which is cyber safety. Cyber safety is important for both teachers and students. We need to understand this is a new world, and in this new world, there are certain rules which are to be followed. There are new things which will obviously pull our heads into, but we have to control onto all those things, and we need to focus. Keeping ourselves focused in these days is a bit difficult, right? And we understand that there are so many challenges, so many new things coming up. Yes, we have heard about artificial intelligence, we have heard about Internet of Things, we have heard about data science, and all these things are new for all the teachers. So we need to understand that we need to evolve with the technology. And even students, when we teach our students, we need to understand that they are a new generation, so we cannot be old. We also need to update ourselves like that of students, or else we'll be falling behind. There are few more things I feel that we should be doing. That is, one is judging what is right, what is wrong, both onto the cyberspace and to the real world. We also need to understand that we need to make our own decisions. No one will come and make our own decisions every time. Yes, parents are there, teachers are there, but how long? You will be coming into a...
Thank you so much, Abhishek ji. The time is over. So what you said, and to summarize, patience और flexibility का एक बहुत अच्छा कॉम्बो चाहिए अब अगर आगे काम करना है तो, बिकॉज स्किल सेट्स बहुत जल्दी चेंज हो जाएंगे, जॉब्स चेंज हो जाएंगे, नया कुछ सीखना होगा और वापस अपने आप को एम्प्लॉयबल बनाना होगा. तो पेशेंस और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी एकदम साथ साथ चलने वाले हैं इन द कमिंग टाइम्स. एंड अब सच में हम फाइनली एक डिजिटल वर्ल्ड में आ गए. अभी तो हम कह ही रहे थे, लेकिन अब हम फाइनली उसमें जी रहे हैं कि हाँ, अब डिजिटल एक रियलिटी हो गया है. कीपिंग आवरसेल्व्स फोकस्ड, डिसीजन मेकिंग, एंड फाइनली अब हमें एजुकेशन या नॉलेज वर्ल्ड के एसेंस में जाना जरूरी हो गया है, जहां फाइनली हम बच्चों को विजडम सिखा दें, डिसीजन मेकिंग सिखा दें कि क्या कंटेंट या दुनिया में क्या चीज उनके लायक है, क्या उनके लायक नहीं है, और ये डिसीजन वो खुद ले पाए. ये बहुत बड़ी स्किल होने वाली है आने वाले समय में. So thank you so much, Abhishek ji. I would request everybody who's there on the call to please open your video, that because from now for the next at least 3 minutes it's an open floor. तो आप में से जो भी अगर कोई concluding thoughts आपका बोलना रहे. Am I audible now? Ma'am, Rupinder ma'am, आपकी आवाज continuous कट रही है, so we are not able to listen to you. So you can please put your video on for the next 3 minutes. It's an open floor. So if you were, muted in the middle of it, wanted to say something, now is the time. You can actually unmute yourself and complete your statements.
Perhaps I will add something. Say what is happening in our education system. I am not told about my background. For 30 years, I was in ISRO, Ahmedabad. And recently I have joined as a Vice Chancellor at University. So my 3 decades of journey is with ISRO. So what is happening in our system is technology is being made available. Then after a lot of gap, it is adopted by industry, maybe 5-10 years gap. And then it is adopted by the education system and government. So this lag is very big. So somewhere all who are in a decision-making process, they have to narrow down this gap. Let me give one example. Say when internet was thrown out, email was only one application and people misunderstood email is internet and internet is email. Same thing is today perception about blockchain technology. When you talk about blockchain, everybody will understand it is cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. It's not like that. Okay. So technology discovered, and then certain proof of concept application of Bengal, people have done it, and lot of proof of concept applications are getting developed. Once this proof of concept applications will go for a operational phase, a huge demand will come for the operational phase, and still in a education system we are not adopting block technology. So this is the one input. Lot of standardization will be required, lot of application development will be required, which will say today blockchain technology is adopted by Goa, is adopted by West Bengal. But what kind of data standard is followed by Goa people and what is followed by West Bengal, nobody knows. So scalability is a problem. because now it is in a very initial phase. Those things will come up in future. But if you are well trained today, then your skill will be demanded across the globe. So that is another big employability generating sector. And one more things I wanted to add. Recently, 15 days back, only 15 days back, UGC has given a gazette notification. Initially, it was only 20% credit transfer was possible in higher education. Now it is increased from 20% to 40%. So if you are in any education, higher education institution, and if you think you have joined management program and you want to learn something additional for your employability skill, 40% credit you can earn officially by joining any course. So opportunities are plenty, and most of the things I have seen in industry also, in education world also, we do talking much, but implementation ideas we are too much lacking. And all of here are in education platform only. If I have to search for a good research fellow, okay, in any discipline, I will be able to identify. But if I have to find out the one good teacher, there is no database available in country. So it is also a big sector. We have 3.6 crore students in higher education. Almost 15 lakhs teachers are there. And there is enough scope. If you have to double our GER from today's 3.6 crore to maybe in another 10-15 years, there is a big scope in education sector. Why we are not promoting right from the school, where any thought process can be adopted by the young mind? Teaching profession is also a great profession. I have taken a decision from ISRO to teaching. So a great demand will be there for teaching community, from school education to the higher education up to the research guide. And that boundaries is lost in digital era. So 2-3 ideas I have made it very clear. Scope is available for credit transfer from MOOCs program. So a lot of opportunities are available for skilling in any discipline. And technology gap, who are in a decision making process, technology to industry to education, that we have to narrow down. Let me give you an example of my own university. After I have joined, it's hardly 1.5 years, but I have adopted MOOC compulsory for all students. One unit to be taught by expert from NIT or IIT, compulsory. Okay, and then a project-based learning is compulsory. In each and every course, one project student has to do it. So what is to be done, everybody knows, but you have to start doing it. That is required. Okay, that's.
थैंक यू सो मच प्रोफेसर साहब. एंड ये बहुत सच है कि इंडिया के अंदर पॉलिसी हमेशा आती रही है, बहुत अलग अलग तरीके की आती रही है. नहीं तो ऑगमेंटेड डॉक्यूमेंट्स आते रहे हैं, एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑर्डर्स आते रहे हैं. बट प्रॉब्लम यही है जो कल ही बहुत सारे प्रिंसिपल्स ने हमारे साथ शेयर करी कि एनईपी आ गई हमारे पास. अब स्कूल्स खोलने के लिए 21 सितंबर की डेट भी आ गई, स्कूल्स खुल भी रहे हैं, लेकिन आज तक अक्रॉस इंडिया कोई भी स्कूल को अपने डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन की तरफ से कोई एक कागज या कोई एक ऐसा पेपर नहीं मिला है जिसमें लिखा हो कि आपको अपने पढ़ाने के तरीके में क्या चेंज करना है. द ओनली एडवाइजरी दैट दे हैव गॉट इज सैनिटाइजर लगाइए, सैनिटाइजेशन टनल लगाइए और स्कूल खोल दीजिए. दिस इज नॉट द वे द एजुकेशन एलिफेंट ऑफ एग्जीक्यूशन विल मूव, एटलीस्ट इन इंडिया. ये बात हकीकत है, हम लोग एग्जीक्यूशन से बहुत दूर रह जाते हैं. एंड व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, हम उसको कुछ ही एस्पेक्ट्स में समझ पाते हैं. टू बी वेरी फ्रैंक, शायद मैं भी इस कॉल के पहले ब्लॉकचेन को थोड़ा बहुत तो समझता था, बट ये सिनोनिमस हो गई है केवल उसे एक क्रिप्टो करेंसी से, जबकि इसकी कैपेबिलिटी बहुत ज्यादा है. वेस्ट बंगाल इसको ऑलरेडी यूज कर रहा है, बहुत सारे स्टेट्स इसको यूज करना चालू कर रहे हैं. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, डेटा बेंचमार्किंग, सब क्या यूज कर रहे हैं, ये फाइनली हो पाएगा कि नहीं, एक जगह आ पाएगा कि नहीं, इज अ बिग चैलेंज फॉर इंडिया. एंड बिफोर वी मूव अहेड एंड this call comes to an end, दो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें जो मैं शेयर करूंगा. पहला, इंडिया एज अ कंट्री नियरली 55% ऐसी के पास इंटरनेट नहीं है. 55,000 गांव ऐसे हैं जहां पर नेटवर्क एक्सेस नहीं है, इंटरनेट एक्सेस नहीं, नेटवर्क एक्सेस ही नहीं है. और इंडिया में मॉडर्न एजुकेशन रूरल इंडिया में अपनी जड़ें बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा था, बनी नहीं थी. एंड उनका एपिसेंटर था मिड डे मील, जो कि आप वर्चुअली नहीं खिला सकते. तो अभी करीबन इंडिया का 65% स्टूडेंट बेस पढ़ नहीं पाया है. So it is time that we as educators need to have empathy of a very different kind कि हमें शिक्षा को सच में काफी हद तक accessible, free और possible बनाना होगा बहुत सारों के लिए. And second, और जो सबसे important चीज है, इस समय पे एक हैबिट शायद हर एक को बिल्ड करनी चाहिए. Start writing an observation paper every single evening. भले ही 200-250 words लिखिए, क्योंकि अभी आप ये जो कंटेंट लिखेंगे अपने ऑब्जर्वेशंस का जो अपने आसपास देख रहे हैं, this would become the basis for innovation in the coming times. So people, I hope you start contributing, क्योंकि ऐसा बहुत कम बार होता है ह्यूमन इतिहास में कि आपके आसपास का समाज आपको सुनने को तैयार होता है, और ऐसा केवल तब होता है when we face an existential crisis. तो अगर आप एजुकेशन में कुछ करना चाहते थे, अभी कर लीजिए, बिकॉज पेरेंट्स, बच्चे और आपके आसपास का समाज आपके आइडियाज को सुनेगा और एक्सपेरिमेंट करेगा. So thank you people for being a part of the Blub World Web Talks. But before we typically end this call, Blub comes from a simple motto of teens inspiring teens. हर महीने हम टीनेजर्स ढूंढते हैं दुनिया भर में जो बहुत इंस्पायरिंग काम कर रहे हैं, और उनकी स्टोरीज हम दुनिया भर के बच्चों तक पहुंचाते हैं. So one very small story for all of you before we end. There's a girl who has been homeschooled, कभी स्कूल नहीं गई, lives in Melbourne, Australia. 2 साल की उम्र में पहला पेंटिंग एग्जिबिट लगाया था ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, which was sold out. Was invited by the New York Gallery for an exhibit at the age of 4. At the age of 7, she was invited by the Royal Academy of Arts in Europe, and again had a sold out show. Right now, she earns in millions and is only 13 years old. She is the cover page of Blub World, and that's Elita Andre. She comes from Melbourne, Australia, and that's where Blub World simply comes from. Because अब शायद टीचिंग पूरी नहीं पड़ेगी, अब आपको इंस्पायर करना होगा, और जो प्रफुल्ल जी ने कहा उससे भी नेक्स्ट लेवल कुछ करना चालू कर दीजिए, एग्जीक्यूशन कर दीजिए. आइडिएशन तो हुआ ही है, एंड वील मूव मच 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 फास्टर. Thank you so much people for being a part of the Blub World Web Talks 93rd edition. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please open your audio, say a big yes. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. It was a lovely session. Okay, fine. Thank you.